As a preliminary matter, this is Brian Sullivan, Chair of the Affordable Housing Trust. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Forgive me, I'm not using my regular computer. I know I saw Forrest Bell.
Here.
Meg Browers.
Here.
Tom Dixon.
Here.
And that's it for members, right? Okay. Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Christy Parentella.
Here.
Alice Ramos.
Here.
And Lee Smith. Okay. Moving on, good afternoon. This is an open meeting of the Affordable Housing Trust being conducted remotely, pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This public will feature public comment. For the meeting, the Affordable Housing Trust is convening by a video conference via the Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note the meeting is being recorded. All attendees are participating by a video conference. Accordingly, please be aware other folks may be able to see you and to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town's website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. Unless otherwise noted, we'll turn to the first item on the agenda, but before we do so, permit me to cover ground rules for effective clear conduct of our business to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I'll introduce each speaker on the agenda after they conclude their remarks. Chair will go down a line of members, inviting each to provide comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Further, remember mute your phone or your computer when you're not speaking. Remember to speak clearly in a way that helps generate accurate meeting minutes. For any response, please wait until the floor is yielded to you and state your name before speaking. If you wish to engage in conversation with other members, please do so through the chair. For items with public comment, after members have spoken, the chair will afford public comment to the members of the public who have joined the meeting via Zoom. Members of the public who wish to speak must state their names, be acknowledged, and speak through the chair. Finally, each vote in this meeting will be taken by a roll call. With that, where's the agenda? I'll call the meeting of October 18th of the Affordable Housing Trust to order. Ellis, can you help me? What's the second item on the agenda?
It's approval of the agenda.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
And a second?
I second.
Second from Meg by roll call. Forrest Bell.
Aye.
Meg Browers.
Aye.
Tom Dixon.
Aye.
And Brian Sullivan's an aye. Are there
Next
any...
up, you have public comments.
Thank you. Are there any public comments today? I don't know why I can't see everybody.
Brian, Mary has it. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Mary?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just have a comment about the deed restriction pilot program and how that's going, and especially with the income restriction on it. I was also wondering how it's going with the home rule petition to remove the income restriction part of it. And that's basically it. And also I'm nervous right now, so if my tone is abrupt or weird or anything like that, it's just because I'm nervous.
No problem,
So
Mary.
I just want to throw that out there.
Great.
What?
I said great. I appreciate you throwing it out there. No need to be.
All right. And I've read some critiques about the deed restriction program. I guess a statement saying something like a return on millions of dollars invested won't be seen for decades or longer. And thereby maybe there should be a time limit on how long a year-rounder can stay in their deed restricted home. And it's just my opinion. I'm just throwing it out there that I don't think we should expect to see a return on the deed restriction programs investments in our lifetime, depending on how old you are. And so I'm not going to see it. Because the housing problem is 40 years old or more. I came here in 1991 and it was terrible then, and I lost jobs because of it. So if a deed restriction program had been adopted back then in 1991, we'd be enjoying it now. And so I'm thinking of it like, planting trees. We won't see the best of them, like we won't see them at their maturest, but we planted the seeds. So that's all.
Thank you, Mary. So we will come back, I think, Christy, and with a written response for an update from Mary.
Yep, so I'll add it to our November 19th meeting. We'll do a response written, and we also will read that at the November 19th meeting.
Great. So Mary, if you do have any follow-up questions that you want to email in your, kind of your questions for the public comment, please feel free, and we'll try and be as thorough as possible at once.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I have one public comment. I had the opportunity to meet the Secretary of Housing when they were here on Nantucket this past week, and it was a really exciting opportunity. There were a lot of housing stakeholders that were there, and the Secretary had the opportunity to tour a number of projects on Nantucket. My impression at the end of the day was that they were impressed by the work that all of the various housing advocates on Nantucket have been doing over the years, and recognize kind of the acute challenges that we face that are different than other places in the state. Christy, I believe you attended a different symposium the following day and may have heard more feedback, but it was an exciting opportunity.
Yes, if I could just add to that, I heard the Secretary speak yesterday, and he just kept talking about all the challenges around the state of Massachusetts, and then kept coming back to, and this happened yesterday on Nantucket. So everybody made a really impactful impression on him and his visit, and really understanding, the uniqueness of Nantucket and the challenges that we face. And he said he heard it loud and clear that we need a transfer fee. So I think that was really good feedback to hear yesterday.
Does anyone else have public comment for today?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Tom.
Yeah, I just quickly follow up on your and Christy's comments. I said this at Select Board the other night, but the roundtable that we had with Secretary Augustus and Senator Sear and the two reps from Fourth Barnstable and soon to be Dylan's successor was terrific. I thought having both police and fire chiefs there, including Christy and also Christy Tucker, the DPW director, his employees, which shared some very personal stories, which I think were extremely impactful, not even just as housing advocates, but just as Nantucketers, as humans even. That was really great. And I thought the secretary and his staff were very keen on listening to us and what our unique challenges are here on Nantucket.
Great. Thank you, Tom. Okay, with that, if no more public comment, we'll close public comment and look for a motion to adjourn the public session, not to reconvene in public session, to move to executive session for the purpose to consider the purchase, exchange, lease, or real value of property. Would anyone like to make that motion?
I can
So,
make
Mr.
that
Chair.
motion as you just stated it.
Great. So Meg will make the motion, and Tom, was that a second? Thank you. Great. And by roll call, Meg Browers,
Aye.
Forrest Bell,
Aye.
Tom Dixon,
Aye.
and Brian Sullivan's an aye. Thanks, everybody.